hunting we will go, hunting we will go. I-O the mill-we-o, hunting we will go.
Okay, the first stop of this trip, I'm actually stopping in Dayton, Ohio, outside of Dayton, Ohio, and I'm gonna hit a Target. There's your section. Nada.
How can I help you?
Do you have any sports cars behind the counter?
No, we do not.
Okay.
I think our store is only doing it with the vendor.
Right, so then on Friday when he drops, you go.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, some of them are doing that, and then some are doing a virtual line every day. They keep a section aside.
I am so glad we're not doing that because that's a lot of work for us.
Right?
We don't have the people for that.
So it looks like this Target is actually doing the national policy of 8 a.m. with the vendor, and that's what's happening here. Alright, let's see what's going on. Looks like they're sticking to it. Now we see that. I don't even see a spot for it. So it must be behind the counter when I do have them. Are you guys still carrying sports cards behind the counter?
No, we put everything back over by the
You
register
did.
13.
So you're not doing. Okay.
We did. We do it for the early morning as soon as we open, and then like the line comes in for the sports cards, and then whatever doesn't get picked up, we put over on the shelf.
Is that a certain day of the week, or is that just whenever you have them?
Friday.
Friday. You are doing Fridays. Okay. Everybody's doing different stuff, so I wasn't sure. There you go.
There you go, honey.
Have a great night.
You too.
All right. Doesn't look like any sports cards though, does it? Guess you want a Fortnite pack. When there's not racing, you know it's bad. Let's go check the customer service counter, shall we? Let's make that first stop at Walmart here in Washington, Pennsylvania. And then when we're done, we're going to go across the street and go to the Target. And we'll see if there's anything there as well. Looks empty. Jesus, you want cheeses? What's this? Plenty of cheeses if you want that. You actually have some baseball cards left. Mm-hmm. I can't believe it. What do you have left? I'll take the big pack. I don't know what's on top of that. That's a shock.
That's about all we got.
Yeah,
I think we had basketball, but not that many, and those, of course, went by.
Yeah, those go pretty quick. When did you get stock, Friday? It keeps changing. I could.
You said the big pack?
Yeah, the one that you just had in your hand.
Yeah.
Yep. I'll take it. Yeah, I think so. Kind of interesting in Walmart there, wasn't it? They had a fat pack left and a couple of regular packs of Topps Series 1. But I'm not sure if you heard, the price on those Series 1 fact packs were $6.99 each. With tax, they came out to $7.42. That, my friends, is a pretty high price for a fat pack of Topps Series 1 cards, don't you think? So let's go on to Target across the street. Let's see what they have. And as we know, we've been seeing that Target prices are a lot more reasonable than Walmart prices across the board. So let's see what happens. And that's a different policy, yeah. We got some stickers. That, my friend. Not seeing anything. Let's go to the front counter, shall we? How are you? Haven't seen you for a couple of weeks, for months.
Yeah?
That was last year. Any cards at all left?
Only on Fridays now.
You are actually doing the policy, okay.
Yeah.
Everybody's different.
They just changed it this week.
So this Target is only selling on Friday and not on any other day. At least that's what they're saying they're doing. They're just starting it this week here. This is in Washington, Pennsylvania. So this will be curious to see how they roll it out. They still have other signage on their shelves. So I'll be curious to see what happens. Tell me down below in the comments, what's happening your way? Are you finding this as well, or what's happening in the Targets by you? Because it really does seem to be a lot of confusion nationwide, and it's also according to what stores can actually do as well, because a lot of them aren't set up to do this in customer service. They have very small customer service areas. So let me know below what you're finding as well. All right, we will go to our next location. Collectibles. Well, well, well. Even a mega box. Interesting, a Pokemon limit, but no limit on Donruss. And there's plenty of it. Who would have thought? So here's a story of this. As you saw inside, plenty of Donruss cards, both mega boxes and blasters. Personally, I picked up a blaster. You only get 30 more cards with a mega, even though you can get a pink hollow. Card for card, this is probably the better buy. Let me know what you think in the comments. The bigger deal here is that they had a ton of these, and they were wiped out of Pokemon. And the word is that they got them in yesterday at 11 o'clock, and by 2, they were out. Pokemon here gets wiped out. Sporting cards stay. Weird deal, but there you have it. Just so weird to see Pokemon completely wiped out, and plenty of baseball cards. They didn't have any other sporting cards in, but just how crazy to see all of that. So that's a new one. We haven't seen that before. So now I'm going to attempt to get the Target here and see what kind of craziness we can run into here. So Barnes & Noble, friends, is not a bad place to go try. We've actually found things a couple weeks back to back. So, highly encourage you, if you have one, you may want to go put a set of eyes on that and see what you can find. It sure can't hurt. That might be what we find today, kids, right there. Blue Jays team set. Doesn't look like anything else. Well, there wasn't anything there except for a team pack from the Blue Jays, so from Topps. So that is what they had, and we will move on and see what we can find elsewhere in the greater U.S. on the East Coast. Hang in there. Let's see where we go. Ironically, I have found a Walmart. Somewhere in here. There we go. All right, we are outside of Cumberland, Maryland. So let's see what we can find here. Doesn't look like anything. Nada. Big zero. Oh, they had Prism at one point on the shelves. A few Pokemon packs. Alright, so we're looking for Target as our first stop. Somewhere in this area. And there's also, I think, a Barnes and Noble in here too,
Turn
so.
right. In 150 feet. At the roundabout, take the second exit.
Oh,
Turn right.
there it is,
Then
right there.
Your destination will be on the left.
Alright, now we gotta find parking.
In 600 feet.
Find a
At the
place we can turn to
roundabout,
get
take the
parking.
fourth exit.
Okay, the hunt starts. This way, we're stuck in the stop position. Alright, I see a second. Now, whether they're keeping with customer service, I don't know. Good. Hey, do you guys have any sports cards behind the counter, or just
Everything's going to be upstairs.
It is going to be upstairs. Are you guys doing the national policy on Fridays now at 8?
Yes. It's actually, is it Fridays? Yes, Friday in the morning.
At 8 o'clock.
They actually form a line right here.
Yeah,
okay.
Alright, well that Target didn't have anything. However, next door is Barnes & Noble. So let's walk over and see if we can find anything. Oh, look at that. More. Unbelievable. Barnes & Noble, kids. It's on the other side. Barnes & Nobles, with stock. Well, that's a little crazy. We are finding some, for real, some weirdness going on here. We're not finding anything at the big chains, but we're hitting stuff at Barnes & Noble a bit here, which is, now mind you, we are talking it's Donruss baseball, and it's not football, it's not basketball. But when there's nothing, you're going to take what you can find usually. So, onward we move. We're not getting euchred, which is good. And we're going to head for some more Walmarts and some other Targets too. They're up the road. I got them on the old GPS, and let's go see what we can find. No, boy. Talk about no space either. Next stop is Target. This is Germantown, Maryland. Here's the area. What is that here? Yep, there it is. Well, here we are on a Friday morning. I'm either in Gaithersburg or Rockville, Maryland. I don't know which it is. It's on the border of both. It's a little bit before 8 o'clock, and I'm going to make a run to Target. And let's see what the line looks like out there. And all that good stuff. Now, I did stop here yesterday and talk to the people at the service counter, and there was a little confusion. So I'll be curious to see what's happening this morning. And then we're going to go back over just in case, because as you saw yesterday, we actually scored some cards over at Barnes & Noble. So I'll be curious to see what's happening at Target, and just to walk into Barnes & Noble if they're open yet, and see if there's actually anything still there. All right, here we go.
What was it, three total pieces?
Three total pieces, doesn't matter, same or different.
I like
Just
that.
want to serve as many of you as possible.
See, now that's different from other places. We're doing one UPC per, no total limit of 3.
They've been changing it a
I
lot.
really, yeah.
I went to, first time I tried it was in Frederick.
So here we are. Hit the Target opening, and they had Heritage Blasters, which I hadn't seen. I was last in line, so there was no football or basketball left. And they had value packs, so I grabbed one of those, and they had some Heritage Blasters, so I grabbed one of those as well. So very efficient, I will give them that. There was, I don't know, maybe 30 of us in line, if that, but one person kind of seeing over everything, and one person picking, and then another person ringing up. So they were pretty efficient. As you can see, the Target is right down there at the end of the block. So, some success on Target Stocking Day. How about that? All right, let's move on.
Here you go.
Thank you, you too.
And then you guys. Great. Well, there's your shocker for the day. It is late Friday. It is almost 6 p.m. Eastern time. And there was still some product left behind the customer service counter at Target. Now, the Target that I was at this morning, I actually swung back by there this afternoon and they had nothing left. This Target, considering now they didn't have any basketball or football, but they had a ton of baseball left. Now, here's the odd thing. The limit was 3 items, but it was only 1 item per code. So you couldn't buy 3 of one thing, you had to buy, 1 of each different thing. The Target this morning, which was down the road, you could buy 3 of one thing. So even though they have this policy, there is a ton of confusion or a ton of interpretation of how to implement the policy. So put in the comments below, what are you running into with this policy? Is it 1 of each item? Is it you can buy 3 of one item? Is it you can buy 3 items, as many different items as you want, which is what some of them were rolling out last week, and found out that wasn't a good idea. So, love to hear what you found below. Sometimes you don't need to go to stores. How about that? Well, that's going to do it for us on this week's Card Hunting in the Wild episode. But be aware, in 2 weeks, you're going to see an episode from Northern California as I head to the West Coast next weekend to see what I can find out in the wild in the Golden State. So don't forget, hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell so you know when new videos are uploaded, and I wish you all the best luck in hunting out there in the wild. Thanks for stopping by. Take care, everybody.